Hello everyone, today I'm going to be filming my everyday makeup tutorial. This is my third time filming this video, so this is going to be the third
and last time, hopefully.
Hopefully the lighting stays the same throughout the video. I feel like my makeup routine is just very beginner friendly. It's very easy to follow. If you just want to know how I get my makeup done and I achieve such a flawless everyday makeup look, then stay tuned. First thing I'm gonna do is apply my primers. Usually my primers differ every day. It just depends on how my skin is feeling is usually what I go with. So for today, we're gonna be using the Revolution Beauty Hydrate and Hold Primer. I'm just using this because my skin is feeling a little extra dry. This primer is a gripping primer, but I will say it does a decent job at gripping. But if I want like something that I want to last me throughout the day, I am going to be going in with something with a little more of a gripping power. We're going to be going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Niacinamide Primer. I like the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, the niacinamide one, rather than the blue one, the normal Power Grip, because the blue one feels too tacky on my skin. Like, I know you want a gripping primer to be tacky, but I have dry skin and that one feels too, like, my skin feels restricted. Some people say they don't feel the difference, but I do. I think it is definitely more moisturizing than the original. I did do my skin prep. That just consisted of a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. So any toner and serum that works for your skin should work. I'm just gonna let this sit for a little, and while I'm letting that sit, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I don't really do my eyebrows. I never learned how to do my eyebrows, so I just kind of glue them, just gel them down and conceal like the little stray hairs. I got recently a newer product, and the product that I got was the NYX the brow glue. So we're gonna see if I like it. We're gonna try this, but usually instead of like a brow glue, I'll just use my gripping primer as an eyebrow gel. We'll see if I like that. And along with like skin prep, I'm gonna go in with my I don't know what it is. It's in the shade Starglow. This is how it looks. With my summer makeup routine, I've been just using it a lot because it just makes my makeup look very nice. I only focus it on my cheeks and my lower half of my face because I don't like shinier products on my forehead because I don't want it to look greasy. Now we're gonna go with concealer. The concealer that I will be using is the Tower 28 concealer. I think this concealer, as someone who has very sensitive, dry skin, I think this is gonna be like my always everyday choice for a concealer because it's very buildable and it's very hydrating. So if you want to have it more fuller coverage, you definitely can. What I'm doing right now is I'm just going to spot conceal everywhere. A big thing that I may forget to show you throughout my makeup routine to make sure that my makeup actually stays throughout the day is doing setting sprays throughout each like process. I don't do it, I do it randomly. And then we're also gonna conceal my eyebrows. I just kind of conceal like the little stray hairs. I'm gonna just go in with my Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. As you can tell, I actually use this. It's like I need to get another one, but there's still some in here, so I'm not getting rid of her. Okay, now we're just gonna blend out my concealer. And I use this fluffy brush. I think this is a brush from the crayon case, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just going to blend that out everywhere. Blend that out there. Okay, now that I've blended out my face, I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and I'm just gonna spritz that with some setting spray. And I'm gonna just re-go over where I blended my face makeup just to make sure that everything is fully blended. Okay, now I think I'm actually gonna bronze next. I'm just gonna let that under eye concealer still sit underneath my eyes. For bronzers, I usually go in between two. I will either do the Say Dew Bronze when I want like a more glowy look, or I'm gonna use the ColourPop bronzer. Today, I think I'm gonna be using the ColourPop bronzer. I think this is in their darkest shade. It's in the shade Shell Beach, and it's a very nice cream bronzer. Very easy to blend, very beginner friendly. I would literally recommend it to anyone who's just getting into makeup because it's a very forgiving bronzer. I'm gonna go in on my cheekbones kind of, and we're gonna go on the other side. I recently started putting makeup on my forehead. I used to not do it a lot in like high school and even like freshman year of college, but I think recently, like with the summer, I've been just like bronzing my forehead because I've been liking that very bronze look. I'm gonna take a flat brush and I still kind of do my nose contour the same way I learned how to do it in 2020 when everybody was doing like that bunny nose. I don't do it very precisely because I know that if my nose contour looks very crazy, I will just fix it out with like concealer. And then I just go underneath the tip of my nose. And then I go on the top part of my nose. What is this called? I don't know. I'm just gonna blend that out. And it's such a pretty blend. Like, I just think it's so pretty. Hopefully that looks pretty on camera. If not, girl, blend that out too. Okay, now we're gonna go in with blush. So for blushes, the blushes that I would recommend, I personally don't think you have to spend, like if you're looking for blush, I don't think you need a blush from like a high-end blush brand, like makeup brand. I think drugstore is really nice for blushes. There's so many options. For today, we're gonna be using the Morphe Trio blush thing. It comes with a powder, a cream, and like a highlighter. That's what I really like about this blush, because it comes with all of your like blush necessities in one thing. And with cream bronzer, a trick that I learned is first I'm gonna blend it, just tap my brush into the pan. And I'm using an Amazon brush from a set that I just got. And then I'm just gonna blend it on the back of my hand to make sure that when I apply it, it's not patchy. When I apply, I'm just gonna tap on, kind of on top of where I just applied my bronzer. Look at that. We're gonna do one last spritz of the Milani setting spray. Now we're gonna blend out my under eye concealer. And we're just gonna go back in with the brush, and then we're gonna do the same thing where we blend with a brush first. We're gonna go in with a beauty blender, and then I'm gonna be using, to set my face, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. But I'm just gonna dip my brush into it and then pat it off before I blend underneath my eye, because we're gonna do this fast. We are going to set underneath that eye that I just blended out, because if you want your under eye to not crease, you should go in with your setting powder immediately just to prevent any creasing. So we're just gonna do the same thing underneath the other eye. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with more powder on my brush. Sometimes I do like a little bake with this powder, but recently I have been loving lighter powder on my face. So just around my chin, around my nose, and then definitely my forehead. Okay, and also another key to make sure that your makeup lasts is to make sure that you're setting your cream products with powder. So we're gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer, and I'm going to just put that over everywhere we did bronzer. So that's like our forehead. And then we're gonna go in with the powder shade in that blush trio and put that on my cheeks. Now we're gonna go in with eyeliner. For eyeliner, I've been using the Clinique eyeliner. My mother got this in a gift set and she gave it to me. I ended up really liking it, and so this is what I use. But if I'm not using that, I will use the Wet n Wild. I had this specific thing, I think for like maybe 2 years, and it still has not ran out of like the liquid liner. But my key to eyeliner is just have fun with it. But I never like get too hung up on making sure that my eyeliner looks perfect, because I think when you try to make sure that your eyeliner looks perfect, it puts too much pressure on it and it makes it worse. Okay, like you see how they're completely different? That's not my business. Like if my eyeliners want to look different, I think it's up to them if they want to look that way. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I'm just going to apply that like so. I go through a lot of lip liners. Sometimes if I want it to last all day, I'll go in with the Seichu lip liner, and I actually may do that today just so you guys can see like my everyday lip liner when I want it to last. I should have put it in the beginning, but I wasn't gonna use it, but I've decided that I'm going to, so you guys know what I do regularly. But if I'm not going with the Seichu lip liner, a lip combo that I have been really liking is just using the Morphe lip liner on its own. But I'm just gonna apply that on my lip. Ooh, not really overlining. And then I'm gonna put a little in the corner so it does kind of have like that blended effect. Okay, we're gonna let this sit for like 10 to 15 minutes. So I will be back when that's done. It's been about 10 minutes, so it's time to peel her off. Coming off, okay. Okay, and then we're gonna blend that. I don't have any paper towels, but I'm just gonna use my finger. I'm gonna dip some water onto my finger and I'm just gonna use that to blend it a little. Okay, and then for lip liners, I think I'm just gonna go in with the Morphe lip liner. And I am just gonna do a little. For setting sprays, I've been trying to find a good fixing spray. I did recently get this and I don't think I like it. I haven't tried it fully, so I will give it another try and I'll let you guys know maybe on TikTok if I end up liking it, because I did kind of set it on makeup that was like already at the end of the day, and then I took a nap to see if my makeup would still stay, and I don't think I did her justice, like a good test. I'm gonna go with my Melania, of course, and then I'm gonna go on top with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Usually if I am doing highlighter, I will go in with the L'Oreal Lumi La Glace because this is such a pretty natural highlight if you want to have that glass skin effect. So I actually am going to put this on the tip of my nose. I'm just going to put that on a beauty blender, put it on the tip of my nose. And the last finishing touch is going to be my lip gloss. The two I've been using the most has been this Tower 28 lip gloss. I always use this, or I've been using the ColourPop glossy lip balms. This is in the shade Coconut. I just feel like this lip gloss is so pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see a completely drugstore makeup routine, let me know. I would be happy to provide that. The video is ending now. Bye guys!